This time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Back to throw. Farley. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Farley. He completes it to Ridley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 1st down, Farley steps away to his left. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off inside the 10. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A lane there to run as Mostert able to get about 7 there on first down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Throwing now is Lance. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return comes to a home right at the 44-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he slides to avoid the hit. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And a short gain down to about the 33. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 58, right over there, right over there. 60
From the gun, Farley. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
58's Mike, 58. 58's Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw. Farley. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun. Farley. He's got it. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This no good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd and 2, Farley. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Coup for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Again, it's Lance. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Now a play fake. Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Farley. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw on second down. Farley. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open space inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, right, 58, right there. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this.
Off play action. Farley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Waddle. As the first half is winding down, and the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance powers through it, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Farley. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Farley. And it's complete. Right back to Ridley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nice work to get 7 out of that. And it's 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Farley rolling to his right. Toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On the move to his left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons add on. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Play action, now it's Lance. And that is intercepted, or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lance now to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. To throw on second down, Farley. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57. Mike, 57. 57. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
From the gun, Farley. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
57. Mike, 57. Let's go. 57 to Mike. Mike, 57. You ain't doing nothing.
On 1st down, Farley. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Waddle there to make the grab. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably is Agent.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing his lance on 3rd down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Open man is Waddle, complete. Touchdown, Falcons! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
This fielded right at the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they take a knee. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Atlanta, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.